Hey everybody, Matt Hartman here again for Drunkard's Walk. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to Jesse L.E. for our theme music and Nick Harmio for our artwork. We're back again with another episode for Season 12. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're listening to, and if you are, give us those ratings, give us those reviews. Head on over to our link tree, check out some merch, check out the opportunity to give us a topic suggestion. Yeah, we are looking for topic suggestions for upcoming seasons. So this is your chance. Get in on the ground floor here because we don't have a lot for the next season. And if you get yours in now, you're sure to be on the show. And we would love to talk to you. So go ahead over there. It's linktr.ee/drunkardswalk. There you will find everything you need, except this episode, which you'll find right here. Listen and bye.
Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Drunkard's Walk, the podcast that's all about you, in that you're listening to it and have no really input on the outcome in any way. You know, I don't know why we went with that slogan. It wasn't my idea. It was the idea of my co-host, Matt Hartman. Matt, why don't you explain to the people why our tagline is the podcast that's all about you, when in fact it's not about them at all?
Well, Jethro, you know, I felt when we first started the podcast, I thought that we were going to have a lot more interaction with our listeners. I thought we were going to ask questions that they were going to respond to. I thought we were going to have a whole back and forth, essentially a dialogue, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, if you recall, though, sometime around season 6 or 7, we kept that tagline, but we changed YOU to just the letter U, a capital U.
But even that is inaccurate. It's just inaccurate in a different way.
Right. Well, because at that point, we thought we were going to be interacting a lot more and doing a lot of college tours. And we thought we were going to be at universities. And so we felt that the U kind of could stand for university. And we realized very quickly that we weren't being invited to those. So I was going to change the tagline completely at that point. But I'll be honest with you, you can only change your tagline once for free. And so I wasn't willing to pay the extra money to change it again.
And I believe that your proposal for what to change it to, if we wanted to invest the money, was the podcast that's all about you, EWE.
Yes, that's
female
right.
sheep, which, it's disturbing that that's what's on your mind.
Well, I felt that way. So all it came down to was I wanted to be able to still use episodes from earlier on. And when we say it, it sounds the same. And so I thought, this is a way for us to kind of get around the fact that it's not actually about the listener. It's not actually about universities. We'll make it about female sheep. And I tried to convince you that all of our destinations should be female sheep related. And for some reason you were against that. And I don't recall why, but I really think we have a lot of listeners now, but look, Escape This Podcast did a lot for us. I think if we had been doing the female sheep thing, we'd be way further ahead. So,
A couple of points. Number one, as you know, we are a podcast that goes from one random Wikipedia page to another through the links on those pages. And I think that there are far fewer Wikipedia pages dedicated to female sheep than you think there are.
I think you're underestimating, sir.
I don't think so. And number two, I think the audience that we would be attracting if we were primarily a podcast about female sheep would probably not be the audience you want to cultivate.
Whoa. I'm not going to judge our audience and what they do and how there may be a lot of sheep farmers out there. In fact, I'll bet you a lot of sheep farmers are out in their fields tending their flocks and they need something to listen to. They need something to do all day. I think we would be a great thing for them to listen to.
I believe they're called shepherds, not sheep farmers.
No, sheep farmers.
I believe you're incorrect.
They're sheep.
You know what? Sheep
shepherd,
farmers.
That's a term I'm not familiar with. I've never heard that.
Sheep farmers.
Before.
Drop us a line and let us know whether you prefer sheep farmer or shepherd as the honorarium for your profession.
Yeah.
But Matt, here we are.
We are.
Yet another episode. We're going to do this. We're going to go from one Wikipedia page to another through the links on the pages.
Yeah, you already did that once.
I'm doing it twice because that's the kind of fan service that I deliver. Yes.
Sure.
But we can't do it on our own. We can't do it by ourselves. We can't pick our own destination and tell ourselves to go there. We need someone else to do that for us.
That's right.
And I don't know who that's going to be.
You don't?
I don't.
Jethro, there's someone else on the Zoom call as
What?
per usual. And we are very lucky and very honored to have with us today, or should I say tonight, Blaze Hovden. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Blaze?
Close enough.
No, no. Tell me how it's pronounced, please. Correct me.
Hovden.
Holden.
Hovden. Okay. Now, Blaze, I want to let the listener just take one moment and guess perhaps where you're from, and then I'm gonna have you tell them where are you from, Blaze.
I'm from Norway.
See,
Norway.
so listener, you may have guessed based on Blaze's last name, Norway, or perhaps not. Blaze, I cannot believe it is so awesome that we are getting to talk to you. You are the first listener that we've spoken to from Norway. How on earth did you learn about Drunkard's Walk in Norway?
It was through Escape This Podcast, like so
Perfect.
many others.
Yes. I
Good.
love it.
Though I think I've listened to your episode on Escape This Podcast, but I
Okay.
didn't start listening to you until Escape This Podcast were on your podcast last time.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
That's right. See, that's what I knew. I knew bringing them back on was the right thing to do. I knew that was how we were going to get our Norwegian audience interested and
That's right.
engaged. And it worked. It totally worked. So this is so cool. So Blaze, tell us, what is it that you do? What are you doing up in Norway?
I'm currently in culinary school.
Nice.
Amazing. So you're studying to be now. I know nothing about culinary school. So do you study to be a particular type of chef or cook, or do you just study everything? How does that work?
So in Norway, we have this, like our high school, we choose kind of like in college more that we choose the paths and career choices from high school.
Mhm.
And so it's a culinary line within high school.
Okay.
And first you start off with it's just culinary or just everything. And then I'm now in my second year, which is the last year in school. And then you have to choose either baker or chef or server or a more industrial chef kind of
Okay.
situation. But I'm becoming a chef.
A chef.
Just
Okay.
normal
Oh.
chef.
And what kind of cuisine most excites you that you're most interested in?
I don't know, just in general food. I don't have a specific cuisine that's like.
Okay. That's fine.
What's
That's
so
fine.
what's,
You're young. You'll find
right, right. You'll find it. What would you say though is like? Do you have like a favorite thing that you like to prepare? Like, and I will follow up that question by saying, is the thing that you like to prepare the most the thing that you then cook for yourself the most, or do you prefer cooking for others?
I prefer cooking for others.
Okay.
I very rarely cook for myself.
Interesting. Okay. That's yeah, I get it. When I was a teacher, I never taught myself.
Yeah.
Not one
Yeah.
time did I.
There's an old phrase, the cobbler's children go barefoot, that often we spend our time in our trade serving the customer so much that by the time we're at the end of our day, we don't want to do that thing for ourselves.
Yeah.
there
That makes perfect sense. Well, Blaze, this is so cool. I mean, it's so awesome that you were able to do this and come on the call with us. And I know like the time difference, it is like, folks, it is like 2:30 in the morning for Blaze right now. So I'm just I'm so touched that you were willing to come on and talk to us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, you got a destination for us? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got prepared?
Yeah, I'm sending you to the Ig Nobel Prize. Not the Nobel Prize, but the Ig Nobel Prize.
Okay.
Excellent.
Tell us about that. What is this thing? Where did it come from?
So it's obviously a spin-off of the Nobel Prize.
Mm-hmm.
But the person who created it said it's about giving prizes to discoveries that cannot or should not be reproduced. So it's a lot of, it's still science and interesting science, but funny, I guess.
Okay.
So there's someone who won, I think they won, I'm not entirely sure, at least a nominee who had, who made pants for rats, and to see if it had any effect on fertility.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. How did you learn about this? Because I mean, it's not super publicized, right? Not like the Nobel Prize is. Where did you come across this?
I learned it from yet another podcast called Let's Learn Everything.
Excellent.
Oh, nice. I don't know that one. I got to check that one out. Let's Learn Everything. I love it.
So I'm actually familiar with the Ig Nobel Prize. So there's a show on NPR called Science Friday, and they do a variety of scientific topics. But I've heard them do a live broadcast of the Ig Nobel Prizes. I believe they're awarded at Harvard. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it's.
I think so.
All right, good. Glad we're on the same page with that. But it's definitely something that like it's all done in good fun. I think the people who get these, like, they're not insulted. They recognize that they have a very niche scientific interest that to the untrained eye may seem like a ridiculous thing to examine, like pants on rats affecting fertility rates. But yeah, I believe that there are actually people who've won both the Nobel and the Ig Nobel Prize.
Yes, there correct? Are. I think at least one, but I think multiple people, but I don't remember their names.
Oh, that's a shame, because that would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah, that would be well, it could be helpful. Do you have any idea when this started by any chance? Like, is this something that's very new, or has this been around for 50 years, 60 years?
1991.
Oh, okay. So kind of, yeah. Oh my gosh, that is 34 years. Am I doing the math
I'm
right?
sorry, you're very much mistaken. 1991 was like 3 years ago.
No, sorry,
yeah,
Jethro.
Exactly.
I'm fairly certain that 1991 was very, very recent.
Yeah, I wish that was the case, but it's just not true. Well, this is cool. This is going to be a fun one to try to figure out, because we have to get there from Buffalo, 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 Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we're coming from. Because that's where we stopped last week. So that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. So I don't know how we're gonna get there, Jethro, but I mean, Wikipedia has always shown us a path, except for one time, but we won't talk too much about that one. Well, this is so cool, Blaze. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this. Thank you again for staying up super duper late for talking to us all the way from Norway. I'm still just so blown away. Jethro, do you have any remaining questions that you want to ask Blaze before we say goodbye?
I have no questions, but I have immense gratitude. Blaze, I want to thank you very much for staying up incredibly late. I want to thank you for reaching out to us, and I wish you excellent fortune in your chefing from here on out, and I hope you make a lot of delicious foods for many appreciative people.
Yeah, and if you ever open a restaurant, let us know, and we will make a trek to Norway to eat in your restaurant, unless your restaurant is somewhere else, in which case we'll go to Norway to do something else, and then we'll go wherever your restaurant is. Okay, so because we would love that. That would be amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Awesome. Take care, get some sleep, and good luck in school.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. All right, Jethro. Wow.
All right.
A topic suggestion from Norway, and it's the Ig Nobel Prize, which I'm pretty sure the Nobel Prize is awarded in Norway every year. So that's why they call it the Nobel Prize.
No, that's not what they call it, the Nobel Prize.
It's no.
It's not because it's in Norway.
I don't think it's not awarded in Norway, is it? I made that up, didn't I? Is that true? Did I stumble upon a fact?
It's definitely one of the Scandinavian countries, right?
Is that right? Oh, Well,
Yeah.
perhaps I was right, and not meaning to be. I was trying to sound like an ignoramus, but instead I am actually an ignoramus.
Yeah. So Alfred Nobel,
Yeah.
and he was Swedish. So
Swedish. Oh,
Sweden.
Jethro, don't be mixing up the Nordic countries like
No,
that.
I believe it was you who did that.
No, no, no. I was playing a joke, like pretending that I knew something when I really didn't. And then you actually made it sound like you did know something, but it turns out you were wrong. So you're the one who's at fault here, not me.
No, I was also doing a clever joke.
No, I don't
So
think
clever.
so. I don't think you
Denmark.
were. What?
Nothing. So
Lego?
yeah. Yeah. So there we go.
Jethro, speaking of Lego, let's go talk about what we're drinking tonight. How does that sound?
What an amazing segue. Also, very awkward to not have that conversation with our high school aged guest.
No, yeah, well, I wasn't gonna. I
What are
was
you
just I
what are
was just
you what are you
first of all,
boozing up,
it was
Norwegian teen?
2:30 in the morning, and I wasn't gonna even. I didn't even want to get into it.
On a
So
school
let's.
night, no
Yeah,
less.
right. Exactly. So what do you got, Jethro? What are you drinking this evening?
I am having a little bit of frontier whiskey. I'm having some bullet bourbon. And
Ah, yes.
it is I feel I got shot in the gut earlier by the McClanty gang.
Sure.
You know those no good cow rustlers.
The McClanty's.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so
No, I know.
rather than go to a doctor,
Right.
since there are none within 80 miles, which is a good, 4-hour horse ride,
A
I just
Sawbones, perhaps.
I there you go. I got myself a little frontier whiskey, and it's treating me right.
Wise
And I'm pretty
choice.
sure the gunshot wound in my gut is just going to heal itself.
It's well. Watch out because there's a little bit of your whiskey leaking out of it right now. I can
Oh,
see.
heavens.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Watch
it's a,
yourself.
this bottle cost me a nickel.
Oh
So,
no, no, a
yeah,
whole nickel.
a
How'd you
whole
get?
nickel.
Where'd you find yourself a nickel?
Well, the McClanty gang, after they shot me, they felt bad, so they threw a nickel my
They
way.
threw a nickel on you. Well, that's insulting.
All right. First of all, I got to say that your caricaturish voice there is very upsetting.
I'm an
And
old prospector.
no, that is
I
that is
found gold in them hills.
that belittles the dignity of the
Yeah.
prospector. Stop it. You're doubling down, and you should half up.
I'm sorry. I
So
apologize to all the prospectors out there, all the
so
old
you know
prospectors that are still
you know
bouncing around listening to Drunkard's Walk.
I tell you what,
My apologies.
your dismissive tone
Mhm.
vis-a-vis the prospectors
Yes.
explains why no one on Patreon has joined at our Nugget O Gold level.
That's true. Not a single person. Yeah, it's been upsetting. Well, my problem is, Jethro, I've had a couple of sips of my drink, and that's why I'm just ready to do a prospector impression without any regard for the feelings of those prospectors. But since you asked, I'm drinking Barrel Foundation bourbon.
Ooh.
It's Barrel is the name of the company.
Mhm.
Barrel Craft Spirits, and I'd never had this before, but I've seen it for sale a lot of times. It's usually pretty pricey. But I have the little sample bottle, and it is a tasty one. It's got a little pecan, a little maple, a little dark chocolate flavor to it. 100 proof, so sitting about 50%, but it is crafted with 23% rye, which I'm not usually a fan of the rye. This is a bourbon though, but it just has some rye
Mhm.
in it, and it's doing its job. The rye is doing its job. I don't mind it. It's a nice addition to the flavor.
Fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
delighted to hear that.
I thought that you would be, and I thought you'd be even more delighted to come up with our guesses. Now, Jethro, it, I've won the season already.
You have indeed. You've locked it up.
So these guesses are for honor. These guesses are all individual single one shots that you're trying to do. But I mean, you still have a chance with 3 more episodes left. You could at least make it respectable because right now I'm winning
Yeah.
9-4.
Yeah. No, I could reclaim a small amount of my dignity
That's right.
if I
That's
were
right.
to get it slightly more even. I would be respectable, and I wouldn't be hounded as I walk down the street by strangers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But I think we should if we tie again this week, I think we should do our remember the thing that we talked about last week about how we were going to settle a tie?
yeah.
Do you remember?
No,
We were
but
gonna we were gonna
I thought I'd
start
be
on
agreeable.
we were going to start on random pages and then still have to try to get to our destination and see which of us
Okay,
got there
yeah,
faster.
yeah, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we
Yeah.
just we do the like isn't there's a way to get a random page on Wikipedia,
Yeah,
isn't there? Like a
if you go to the Wikipedia homepage and then click random article, it'll take you
yes.
to a random article.
Right. And so that's what we'll do if there's a tie. But let's write down our guesses. How do you feel about that?
I've already done it.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh. Okay. All right. You're quick. You got a quick trigger finger, as I
I
recall.
I do in fact.
Not
Well,
not not quick
I
enough
know
though.
I know it. Well, yeah, well that's the McClanty gang for you.
The Clancy gang.
They're known for their shooting you in the gut.
They will shoot you in the gut every time. But hey, you know what won't shoot you in the gut, Jethro?
A buffalo?
A buffalo will not shoot you in the gut. And is
You
that what
know,
they were rustling? Were they
you,
rustling buffalo?
no, they were fighting me over who was going to direct the community theater's production of the Nutcracker.
Oh gosh.
Because the McClanty gang, they, I tell you what, if you want to direct community theater
Hmm.
anywhere
Yeah.
in the Southwest United States, the McClanty gang is going to have words about it.
Sure. That's why
And
there's so
they,
many of them, so they can
uh,
spread out and do various productions at the same time.
well, indeed, and I tell you what, the McClanty gang, if nothing else, they have like a traditional vision for how the Nutcracker should be done every Christmas, and they could not handle my bold new ideas for the Nutcracker.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Do you want to hear more about my bold new ideas for the
I
Nutcracker, Matt?
want to, but we have to start the walk. So we're gonna have to just hold. Can you hold it? Can you just put a pin in it?
I'll just say three words:
Okay.
yo-yos, robots, and sentient butter.
That was 4 words, but I'll give it to you.
Sentient butter, I count as one concept, but
Well,
yeah.
it's 5 words because you said and.
All right, fine. You know
I
what?
was
Don't
giving
be
you sentient butter as just one word because I
don't be
assumed
a
that you were
don't be
hyphenating.
a pedant.
Okay.
Anywho,
Yeah.
Buffalo,
Get into it.
Buffalo, 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 Buffalo.
That's right.
Yeah. So that would be like New York Bison, New York Bison bully, bullying New York Bison. Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I see. There's a whole section here about parsing of this sentence, and there's actually seems to be a bunch of different ways to kind of translate this. Bison from Buffalo, New York, who are intimidated by other bison in their community, in turn intimidate other bison in their community, or the buffalo from Buffalo, who are buffaloed by Buffalo from Buffalo, Buffalo verb, other buffalo from Buffalo.
It's so true.
That's 2 of the 6 ways that you that you can parse this out.
It's so true.
But what we need is a way to get closer to. I don't know. Do you think we need to go through the Nobel Prize, or do we need to get into like just discoveries or inventions? What's the direction we're headed here?
I mean, I feel like we need to go to like science run amok.
Oh, I love it.
Because like I mean, we certainly could go through the Nobel Prize as a one possible route,
Yeah.
but I also feel like there was an award that was given out by a member of Congress, and I can't remember which one. This is before Congress went totally off the fucking rails.
Okay.
But that was like an award for the publicly funded science endeavor that to the outside eye seemed like the biggest waste of money.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was like Daniel Patrick Moynihan or somebody, but like somebody who was critical of some of the science that was funded. So that's a possibility.
So
it's
I
not a
do
very
see.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to point out I see Indiana University linked on this page,
Okay.
and you were mentioning that this is an award given at Harvard University, so there may be a path through that. Now, I remember back when we did one of our episodes, I think maybe our None Pizza with Left Beef, we talked about how going through Michigan University or University of Michigan, no, wait, which one is it? University of Michigan or Michigan University?
What?
Anyway, Michigan was kind of geographically adjacent, and how I didn't want to do that. So I point out that Indiana University is on here, but I'm not sure that I actually want to go through that.
Okay. Yeah. You know, interestingly, a couple of links past your Indiana University, I see Steven Pinker linked. Steven
Okay.
Pinker. So if you don't know Steven Pinker, he
I
is
don't.
a psychologist. He's a cognitive psychologist with a focus on language in particular.
Okay.
But he is a public intellectual, and he is quite frankly, one of my favorite public intellectuals in the world. I've read many of his books, and he is a brilliant mind, and he is a critic of a lot of bad science, which I think has a nice
Hmm.
overlap to the Nobel Prize. Also, he teaches at Harvard University.
Oh, I
So I feel like
see.
Steven Pinker, for a number of reasons, would be my pick for the link to click to get out of this madness.
Yeah, I don't think I want to argue with that. But before we go, I want to talk real quick about the origin of this Buffalo sentence here
Hmm.
because uh I think it's fascinating and we didn't talk about it. It says that the correct sentence consisting of nothing but repetitions of buffalo was independently discovered, which by the way, links is a link which takes you to multiple discovery. And discovery might be a way to get us into this thing. But anyway, several times in the 20th century, earliest known example, buffalo, 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 appears in the original manuscript for Dmitri Borgman's 1965 book, Language on Vacation. But then there's a talk about it in Borgman recycled some of this in a 1967 book. 72, William J. Rappaport, a graduate student in University of University, and so he came up with a version containing 5 and 10 instances of buffalo. And then we get into the 8 consecutive in Steven Pinker's 1994 book, The Language Instinct. But he names his student Anne Sengis as the inventor of the sentence.
There you go.
So I just think it's fascinating that a bunch of different people came up with this because it's such a silly thing that I think it's funny that a bunch of people did it. But anyway, if you think that's the way to go, I do think I stumbled across independently discovered, which I sort of like also because of this discovery thing and scientific discoveries.
Hmm.
That might be a better path.
Uh, Better? I don't know. It would certainly be interesting. Like it's a topic I would love to learn more about. But this podcast is not about following interesting things wherever they may take us. This is about finding the shortest path to our destination.
Sure, I agree with you, and I think that it could potentially be faster because it would get us into discoveries, which gets us into, I mean, very specifically, like the Ig Nobel Prize is about discoveries and inventions that shouldn't be done again, right?
Uh,
Or
no,
is it not discoveries? Maybe it's just
no,
inventions.
no. I, I,
Is that
I
right?
disagree. I rebuke you. Yeah.
Okay.
You have not come up with a better idea
Thanks.
than Steven
Thanks for
Pinker.
not answering my question. I appreciate that.
It's my pleasure. If
It's like I'm watching every political show in the world.
if you ask a question worthy of an answer, I will answer it. I
Oh
promise.
God, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it all. All right, Steven Pinker. It says here Steven Pinker is Canadian. Is that gonna work against us? And you're certain
Uh,
he's at Harvard, by the way.
I'm 100% certain he's at
Okay.
Harvard. In fact, if you hover over his name,
Yeah.
before it fades out, Harvard
Yes. I
University
see.
is listed there. Yeah.
All right. If you think that this is the way to go, now are you thinking we're going to go through this and just go into Harvard? Is that what you think? And then Harvard's going to get us to the Nobel Prize?
First of all, I guarantee that Steven Pinker's article is going to be a long one because he has written on a number of different fields
Okay.
and is a fascinating author. And I highly recommend anyone read his books. But
Wait, even shepherds?
even sheep farmers,
Okay.
even sheep farmers. In fact, while I tell you what, sheep farmers need intellectual stimulation because
Yeah.
if all they do is tally their sheep to make sure
Mhm.
that they haven't lost one, they're going to fall asleep. Because famously, counting sheep does that to you.
That
But
puts you to sleep. Yeah.
if you are reading The Blank Slate, if you are reading Better Angels of Our Nature about the decline of violence in human societies, if you're reading The Language Instinct, if you're reading any one of the crackerjack science books
Wow.
that Steve Pinker has written, you will be transfixed
All right.
about the delightful voyage of intellectual discovery that you have been placed in.
Okay. I'm sold. Let's go to Steven Pinker.
Here we go.
I hope that I can find one of his books available somewhere. I don't know where I would find them. They're probably pretty hard to find, right?
No, they're very easy.
Published independently online?
No, if you
Do I have
go
to
to
print them out in order to read
no,
them, or
nope, nope. He is a mainstream public intellectual, and any library worth its salt will have several of his books, if not all of them.
I've
Also,
been to a
they
salt
are
library.
uh,
Those places are great.
yeah, they're wonderful. But yeah, my daughter makes fun of me constantly for the sort of fanboy relationship that I have with Steven Pinker.
Wow. Well, this is great. I'm glad that he showed up on our links here, because it's almost like when I see a Star Trek link or something like that. Like, you seem very excited.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so
No, no, he is my Captain Kirk.
I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna go that far. I noticed that popular science is one of the very first things linked on this page,
Okay,
and that may be a good path. I don't
it could
know.
be. It could be.
Harvard University also is on here. We knew that that would be here.
Indeed, it is.
It feels like if we could find something that was as good of a link, we should take a different thing than Harvard University, just because I feel like that it feels cheap and tawdry and boring.
I feel like colleges are the new geography, and that we always
A little bit.
feel like they're a cheap way of getting somewhere. But I'm all for finding another option.
Is it University of Michigan or Michigan University?
So the one that my daughter went to, the one that is
Yes.
better known, is the University of Michigan.
University of Michigan. Okay. There is no Michigan University, though, right?
Not to my
that's not a
knowledge,
thing.
and
Okay.
and if there is, it's terrible.
Got it.
Uh,
Oh, how dare you? I mean,
yeah.
my apologies to anyone who went to Michigan University, I guess. Um, Noam Chomsky's on this page, as is Stephen Jay Gould.
Yeah.
Those are names that I've heard before. Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, Pinker's friends with Epstein. Oh, man, that is upsetting.
So Jeffrey
Oof.
Epstein, the famed
Says here.
sex trafficker /
Yeah.
suicide,
Yeah.
was used his wealth to curry favor with a lot of scientists, and so there's a
Oof.
lot of people who have pictures with Jeffrey Epstein, although there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Steven Pinker was ever involved in the Jeffrey Epstein extracurricular activities for which
Okay.
he is
Well,
justifiably
there's a lot of
shamed.
people that have been accused of things like that there's no proof. So I guess you're saying that none of them were affiliated with Epstein.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Hmm?
I'm saying that in the case of Steven Pinker, it's not true.
No,
Um,
let's be clear here. It says in 2006, Pinker provided to Alan Dershowitz, a personal friend of Pinker's, who was Jeffrey Epstein's defense attorney, Pinker's own interpretation of the wording of a federal law pertaining to the enticement of minors into illegal sex acts via the internet. Dershowitz included Pinker's opinion in the letter to the court during proceedings that resulted in a plea deal in which all federal sex trafficking charges against Epstein were dropped. So essentially, Pinker's the one that got him off.
all right. So you are
This guy
why,
is.
why you are
I'm losing
why
more and
you
more.
are why you are choosing to go deep on this particular
Because it's
thing.
upsetting. You like this guy, and he doesn't seem like a good dude all of a sudden.
Yeah. So you are you are taking a very tiny piece of information and extrapolating it in an unwarranted manner.
I see. You're saying that there are good people on both sides. Is that what you're saying?
That's not at all what I'm saying. That's
All right,
that's
fine.
That is a pure
Sounds
fiction
like-
that you have concocted.
Sounds like
out
what
of
you're
thin
saying.
air.
So yeah,
Not
okay.
at all. Not at all.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Not
All
so
right.
sure. Not so sure
So
how I
he-
feel about this guy, Jethro.
All right.
I want to make sure that all the facts are out there. Let's
Gosh.
look at all the facts.
you've skimmed a third of a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
You must be an expert on him by now.
Yeah, I feel like we all need to know.
Indeed.
Oh, he identifies as a liberal who is critical of some aspects of the political left.
Wow. Is that another unforgivable sin?
How can you be critical? A strong supporter of the Democratic Party. Oh, however, he's argued that the far left has created an atmosphere of intellectual intolerance on college campuses and elsewhere. I would kind of agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're canceled now.
That sounds true. Stem cell research is linked on here. Did that get an Ig Nobel Prize?
No, I believe that quite the opposite.
Good. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Quite the idea. It got a Nobel Prize, is what you're saying. The opposite.
Yeah.
I see IQ listed on here. Malcolm Gladwell, the National Football League. Certainly, they have a number of Ig Nobel Prizes.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I call half of their QBs. Okay, Take that, sports fans.
All right, I'm gonna
Richard
go.
Dawkins, New York Times. The New York Times.
The New York Times.
National Academy of Sciences is on here. How
Yeah,
do you feel about that?
I'm pro science. I think
No, I
every
well, I'm
so,
yeah, I
there should be a
oh,
national academy.
the Pulitzer Prize is on here.
Okay.
Well, I feel like the Pulitzer Prize and the Nobel Prize are like like brothers. Like they like hang out together. Like
Okay.
they're like
Slow
they're
your roll there. Slow
they're
your
like
roll.
friends of each other at
Slow
least.
your roll
You
there,
think
my
I'm
friend.
wrong?
I think, first of all, I think the Pulitzer Prize is like a bastard cousin compared to the Nobel
Yikes.
Prize.
Okay.
Don't
All
get me
right.
wrong, Pulitzer Prizes are fine, but they, I believe, are tend to be exclusively US based.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know if it's true, but it's the image I have of it in my mind,
I didn't know
which
that.
means that it's true to me.
It must be true.
Um,
Right. Yeah, sure.
Nobel, of course, is global. Also, the amount of money associated with the award for a Nobel is significant.
Okay.
Like it's 1 million plus, I think, at the current rates. Whereas
Wow.
the amount of money associated with winning a Pulitzer Prize
Yeah.
is actually minimal. It's like
Well, but
three
that's not
grand or something.
okay. But I mean, you're saying then that they should just be giving those people more. You're not saying that that makes it that makes the people who are winning it less. You're saying that the amount that is given should be more, right?
What I'm saying is that is has to do with the prestige of the prize.
Oh, okay.
The fact that a small amount of money is given relative to the much larger Nobel by several orders of magnitude makes the Nobel a more prestigious prize.
So
Uh,
here's another thing that I've noticed. Because I was looking at that, it made me think, oh, I wonder if he won any awards, and he has won some awards, and I wonder if any of these awards get us close to the Ig Nobel Prize.
are you
We've
down
got
to the at the awards and distinctions
no, I'm
area?
actually up at the top. There's a box that has like all these sort of information about the person,
Hmm.
and it has awards as a section, and so it's got the Troland Award, the Henry Dale Prize, the Walter P. Kistler Book Award, Humanist of the Year Award, the CNS George Miller Prize, Richard Dawkins Award, and then this is the one I like, the Carl Sagan Award for Public Appreciation of Science.
Okay.
And I wonder if there's a path through that. What do you think?
I certainly possible. I guess like we're clearly in a science-friendly domain here,
For sure.
with the many links that are on Steve Pinker's page.
Yeah.
I think the challenge for us is to get to the much thinner slice of the sort of satirical, uh, whimsical, good-natured ribbing of science that is
Hmm.
uh, present in the Ig Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
would,
yeah. I'm kind of now I'm back to popular science, the first one that I said. Because when you
okay.
mouse over that, it says an interpretation of science intended for a general audience. And I feel like that might be connected here.
Possible. So I am down at the bottom of the page,
Sure.
as I am sometimes want to do.
Yeah.
Also, I will say it's a large page.
It is. It is that.
And very little of it has to do with Jeffrey Epstein, despite what Matt Hartman has decided to focus on. Um,
I mean, there is a whole section about it, so
yeah, there's a
it
couple
is
of
it is
paragraphs.
part of this person's life. Like you cannot deny that it's part of their life. So
No,
that's
no,
just
it
part of it.
absolutely is. But like, I also think that there is a guilt by association thing, which is sort of
Mm,
unwarranted.
but
Uh,
okay, hold on. Now listen, I agree with you, and certainly I've been ribbing you a bit because of this. But the fact that he is the one who supplied the interpretation of the law that resulted in the plea deal, like that's not great, right? We have to agree that that's not great.
Okay, so again, you're basing your conclusion off of a Wikipedia entry,
Oh, you're saying
which
this might be wrong?
so first of all, if you want to know what I'm saying, don't fucking interrupt me and tell me what I'm saying. Maybe try listening to what I'm actually
I don't
saying.
have a lot of time for that, but okay, keep going.
You know what? You know what? I'm not going to convince you. You've taken
No,
your
no,
comedic stance and you're
I'm
committing
not
to it.
convinced of.
So
I'm
this
not
is
convinced of anything here. I don't know I don't know any. I don't know any of the actual facts here. I know
yeah.
none of the details. So if you do, please by all means. If you don't, then just admit like, yeah, people are flawed, and then we can move on.
Well, people are certainly flawed.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, but also like he's a linguist, so asking a linguist, about language is not a ridiculous thing, which immediately could be interpreted as that he supports pedophiles.
That's true. That's
Uh,
absolutely true. That's
yeah.
no, and I don't believe that he supports them in any way. I have not.
You
That is
were you
not
were you
my.
were really you
No,
were really
no,
strongly implying
no,
it.
no, 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 no. What I was saying was he is the one who was responsible for him getting off and not facing the consequences. But he did. I mean, the guy did go to jail, so clearly whatever the plea deal wasn't the end of the story. So it doesn't
Yeah,
really matter either way, right? Like
yeah.
he still got what he would we say deserved? I don't know if that's the right way to go with it, but he got certainly the prison time was what he deserved. Whatever happened
So,
after that,
listener,
I can't
if
really
you
speak
are
to it.
interested in Matt Hartman's deep dive thoughts about the Jeffrey Epstein case, you can listen to his solo spin-off podcast, Matt Hartman Loves Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa, 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 whoa! It's
I
called Matt Hartman, not based on fact, and that is
uh
the name of the podcast. Let's not.
okay.
There's an episode, but that's
Yeah.
not the whole podcast. Jeez, oh
And if
man,
you subscribe, it's the only Patreon that has negative contribution levels where
I
if
have
you
to pay
pay
them. Yeah,
if or you can pay amounts of money to not hear the podcast.
that's right. Otherwise, it just gets blasted onto your car radio or wherever you're driving. So
Exactly. Matt, so in the
Jethro,
awards and distinctions
do it.
section, which is the last section of Steven Pinker's Wikipedia page,
Yes.
there is a section in which it talks about in 2001 Pinker, whose hair has long been the subject of admiration because he does have quite curly locks.
Mhm.
Uh, he was nominated by acclamation as the first member of the Luxuriant Flowing Hair Club for Scientists, organized by the Annals of Improbable Research, which is linked. Now, the Annals of Improbable Research is a
Hmm.
bi-monthly magazine devoted to scientific humor in the form of a satirical take on the standard academic journal. Now,
Whoa.
that is very niche in terms of poking fun at the
Uh-huh.
scientific establishment, but like in from inside in a we don't disagree with science kind of way, but like, yes, we can concede that sometimes this is ridiculous kind of way. And I
Okay.
think that is a very close neighbor to what we're looking for with the Ig Nobel Prize. So that is my proposed link out of this page. What do you
Yeah,
say to that, sir?
I will say my only concern about going there is that my guess would be it is probably a fairly short page, and if it doesn't show up in the see also, I would be concerned that it won't be in there. But if I do agree that there's a good chance that they are so closely related that it may just. So I'm happy to try it, but getting out of there might be tough. Are you okay with that? Are you ready for that?
I agree with all of the points that you're making, that it is a risk,
Yeah.
but it is a calculated risk. And if we need to get out of it, there's probably some scientist who's associated with the Nobel Prize that we can go to and get there that way.
All right, let's go to the anals.
Oh boy. If there's one thing that Matt Hartman loves more than Jeffrey Epstein, it's the anals.
Don't judge me.
How could I? How could I, sir? Fantastic. My
The
God,
Annals of Improbable Research
this
is
was
the name of this
founded in
page.
1955.
This page is tiny pants.
Isn't it just?
It isn't,
Yeah.
and I'm immediately at the see also because there's nothing else to see, and it's not there.
Wow.
Do we see anything else though? Do we see any other links that are? Oh, there they are. The Ig Nobel prizes is linked on this page.
What?
Yeah.
Is it?
Air awards the annual science Ig Nobel Prizes. This is the group that does it.
Oh my God! Click on that link.
There it is. I thought Ig Nobel was a single word. It is not. It is Ig, I-G, Nobel Prizes.
I think it is a play on words.
Yes, I agree. But I didn't know that it was written that way. But it is
amazing.
Totally amazing that this is the group that's responsible for it.
God bless.
Oh my gosh. And there we are. The Ig Nobel Prize, a satirical prize awarded annually since 1991 to promote public engagement with scientific research.
The Ig Nobel Prize monetary award given is a solitary banknote in the amount of 10 trillion Zimbabwean dollars.
Nice.
Worth 40 US cents.
Yeah, there you go. Holy cow. Well, there it is, Jethro. We have done it. And I have to say, in record time, this may be, it is definitely our shortest of the season. It may be our shortest ever, or tie for our shortest ever.
That is banana pants.
Because it took us 3 links
that is amazing
to get here.
That is amazing.
Let me ask you, did you guess 3?
Oh, I did. And here's my post-it note to prove it. 3. Check that out.
You've covered it with your hand. What did you actually get?
Yeah.
No, Jethro, what did you actually guess? What was your guess, buddy?
I guess 3. It's right there. It's in plain ink. It's right there.
Jethro, that looks like a 5 to me.
It looks, to the untrained eye,
yeah,
it does look like a 5. I'll grant you that.
Well, here's the thing,
it is in fact
Jethro.
a 3.
Here's the thing. I also guessed 5.
So you guessed 5, but I actually guessed 3.
No.
My 3 just looks like a 5. I'm famous for my handwriting.
Jethro, it's a tie. It's
just
what I wanted.
I can't believe it.
This is going to be so much fun. So we are both going to go to the main Wikipedia page, right?
Okay. Yep.
And you said that there's a button I can press for a random.
I think so. Right?
You don't
Isn't
know.
there?
I don't know.
I thought there was. Wasn't there?
I have no idea. The only thing I know of is I remember there was a way to search for like I feel lucky on Google at one point, but I feel like that's gone.
Okay, so if you go to the main, in fact, this, by the way, is something we should take advantage of when we're stuck. In the main menu, if you go to the 3 parallel lines, horizontal parallel lines in the upper left-hand corner, there is a random article selection on the menu, which is 4th down.
I see it.
So if you click on that, it's going to take you to a random article.
All right, I've got it. I've got mine.
All right, I've got mine as well. What is yours?
I am at Karina W. Davidson.
And who is Karina W. Davidson?
Karina W. Davidson is Senior Vice President of Research at Northwell Health and Director of the Institute of Health System Science at the Feinstein Institute of Medical Research.
Okay, so you're already in the sciences, so I feel like you have a natural advantage on this.
I am already in the sciences. How about you, buddy?
I've got Augustin Bazura, who was a Romanian novelist and short story writer, also known as a journalist, essayist, and literary critic.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Cool.
So now we go on our little treks here and we try to see which one of us can get there faster. This is not, I don't have a super long page, but you're right. I'm already in the sciences, so I might be okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I guess should we do this the same way we did it on the old one, where we have like, if one of us finds a link, then the other one has to pick one within like 15 seconds?
Sure.
Okay. And how are we going to keep track? I guess
the honor system, I feel
we'll just
like.
have to count. Okay.
Also, if we both click on our links at the same time, then we'll have
Oh, right. Yeah. We'll know which one of us gets there first. Okay. I don't know what I want to pick on here. There are science things, but a couple of my science things take me off of Wikipedia. They're like external links within the article, which is crazy. Is this the way to go? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do here. Oh.
Well, you've got to pick something.
All right, I've got something.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
All right then. God bless. Good for you. I also have something.
All right, so I'm going to go to industrial and organizational psychology.
Oh, damn you. I am also going to go to a link, and the link that I am going to go to is the
Yeah, yes.
Bellu Cemetery,
Okay.
which is where Bazura was interred, presumably. Because
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, in Romania, there are a lot of famous Nobel laureates that are interred in Bellu Cemetery.
I didn't know that, but I guess I believe you.
There we go.
Okay. So now I'm at this place. How do I get out of here to get to something related to funny science?
Funny science.
She blinded me with funny science. Um, gosh, there's a lot of stuff on this page about science type stuff. Are there like awards or something like that? If I could get to awards, that would be super. Maybe the C also will do it for me. Fail fast is on here. Kick up, kick down, kick the cat. What is kick the cat? Relatively high-ranking person in an organization or family displaces their frustrations by abusing a low-ranking person. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Uh, human resource. I see. I should have looked at the last person won any awards. That would have been a better way to go.
Indeed.
But I
Indeed, you should
didn't.
have.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Concepts. Oh, well, this is interesting. I've got psychologists on here. Maybe I should just go to a psychologist. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go to a psychologist. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, are you now?
Yes, are you ready?
I am also ready.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
going to go to Nicholas Georgescu Rogen, a mathematician, statistician, teacher, and
Ooh,
economist. And the only reason I'm going to him is because he has the most nouns after his name.
okay. I'm going to Noam Chomsky.
God damn it. All
So,
right, fine.
so that's where I'm headed.
You can get to Stephen Pickard from there for sure.
I mean, I can. I don't think that that's fair, though. I don't think it's fair to go through the exact same path. So I'm.
I think you can go through whatever you want.
You think so?
I think this is like a bonus feature. I don't feel like you need to
Oh,
uh oh hello.
hello.
Hello. I'm going to go so I see Nobel Prize uh listed here
Do you?
in economics, which
Oh,
he was never awarded, this guy. They explicitly mentioned that he was not awarded a Nobel Prize.
okay. So that's what's linked is Nobel Prize, but not him.
So the sentence is Georgescu Rogan was never awarded the Nobel Prize in economics,
Oh
which
gosh.
links to the economics Nobel Prize. There is a link to a Nobel Prize laureate, which is linked to the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences. So yes, so I'm going to be clicking on one of those delightful
Wow. Okay.
links.
Well, I went to the award section for Noam Chomsky here, and unfortunately, there's nothing about the Nobel Prize, um, and there's nothing about any sort of prize that seems even slightly related to the type of prize I'm looking for. So, uh, I, uh, I guess I have to pick something. So I'm gonna pick. Oh, no, I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick the NCTE George Orwell Award for Distinguished Contribution to Honesty and Clarity in Public Language.
There you go.
That's where
All
I'm going.
right, take it away.
Oh, this is a bad choice. Okay, I'm on this page, which is quite short. Um, manufacturing consent. That's what he won the award for. Uh, FDA health food claims. Doonesbury is linked on this one.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a fun one. Scott Adams,
author
which
of Dilbert.
I believe is this the same Scott Adams? Yeah, it is. It's the same Scott Adams.
Yeah.
Interesting. The Daily Show, Jon Stewart are both linked on here. That may be a good path. Michael Pollan is on here for Food Inc.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Another great author.
Okay. I found my link.
All right, what do you
Yeah,
got?
well, okay. So I was gonna go through the Onion, but instead I'm gonna go through the Double Speak Award
Okay.
because it's a
All right.
humorous award.
All right. I am sadly I'm actually on the Wikipedia page for the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences rather than the broader Nobel Prize page.
Hmm.
So I will be clicking on the Nobel Prize page.
All right, let's go. Let's see what happens here.
Let's do it.
So I'm in the Double Speak Awards. A humorous award in the United States of America is described as an iconic tribute to public speakers who have perpetuated language that is grossly deceptive, evasive, euphemistic, confusing, or self-centered. Those who have engaged in double speak. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. The list of people who have won this award. Ronald Reagan is on here a number of times.
Yeah, he was not a straightforward communicator as many Republicans would like
George
to
H.W. Bush, Rush Limbaugh, Newt Gingrich. Wow, I've got Oliver North on here.
Well, how many Democrats do you have, Matt?
I have no recollection of how many
More of
Democrats
your
are on
more
this
of your
page.
partisan
Gosh,
nonsense.
George W. Bush, Glenn Beck, Rahm Emanuel
Okay,
is
there
on
you go.
here.
There's a Democrat.
Donald Trump is on here. Well, he's on here a number of
Oh,
times. Kellyanne Conway, Rudy Giuliani. The 2020s. In 2020, the award was given to the phrase China virus and those who use it.
there you go. Fun stuff.
Boy, there's nothing out of here that's going to help me. This
All
this
right.
took me in a totally terrible direction.
So I'll tell you my link out is the Ig Nobel Prize,
No.
which is under the See Also of the Nobel Prize link. So
Son of a
that's what I'll be
gun.
clicking on. And I've clicked on it and I'm there and I win
Oh,
and you're welcome.
you did it. You did it, you
I
son
did
of a
it.
bitch. You did it.
You son of a bitch.
Well done, Jethro. Congratulations on winning the episode. That was a terrible idea that I had. We shouldn't have done it. It's we'll put an asterisk next to your name. It's not official.
Yeah.
It's a stupid
I will
experiment on my
I
part.
will say I would be remiss if I did not mention that the image on the Ig Nobel Prize page on Wikipedia is a picture of a frog, and it says the 2000 Ig Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to names for the magnetic levitation of a live frog.
Amazing.
Amazing. Incredible.
Well, that's it, Jethro. That's all we've got for today. Only 2 episodes left in season 12. I'm already starting to feel it, but it's okay because we do have 2 more episodes, and I'm excited to see where we go from the Ig Nobel Prize. But I don't think we can do better than that, man. 3 links.
That's
I don't know.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
We're impressive people.
We are impressive people. Well, you're an impressive person. Congratulations on your win today, sir. And
Thank you.
let's
It's meaningless, but thank you.
yeah, well, still, hey, I'll tell you what. You deserve an Ig Nobel Prize.
Thank you.